Is choosing sterilization over motherhood an act of liberation or defiance? It's a question that reverberates across the globe, challenging the very bedrock of societal norms and expectations. In many cultures, the role of a woman is often intertwined with motherhood, an expectation that is as old as time itself. But what happens when a woman chooses to rewrite her narrative, to step outside the confines of these expectations? What happens when she says no to motherhood? Enter Nelly Naisula Sironka, a 28-year-old Kenyan woman, an expert in organizational development, and a woman who has chosen to say no to motherhood. But Nelly didn't just say no, she ensured her decision was irreversible. Last October she underwent a sterilization procedure known as Tubal ligation, permanently closing the door on motherhood. It's a choice that may seem unconventional to many, a choice that defies the traditional path many women are expected to follow. But for Nelly, it was a choice that meant liberation. She tells us how this decision has ensured her future is now entirely her own. But let's take a step back for a moment. Why does this matter? Why should we care about one woman's decision to forego motherhood? Well, because Nelly's story is not just about Nelly. It's a story that echoes the sentiments of countless women across the globe who are choosing to reclaim control over their bodies and their futures. It's a story about the shifting dynamics of womanhood in the 21st century. It's a story about challenging the status quo and daring to live life on your own terms. Nelly's story is one that challenges societal norms and expectations. But what led her to make this choice? As we delve deeper into Nelly's narrative, we hope to shed light on the reasons behind her decision and maybe, just maybe, challenge some of our own preconceived notions along the way. Nelly Naisula Sironka, an organizational development expert, has always known she didn't want children. Hers is a story that defies convention, pushing boundaries and challenging societal norms. From a young age, Nelly found herself detached from the idea of motherhood, the pitter-patter of tiny feet, the joy of first words, the challenges and rewards of raising a child. These were never part of her dreams. Instead, she envisioned a life of independence, of personal growth, and of contributing to society in her own unique way. Her decision was not a spur-of-the-moment one. Rather, it was a conscious choice, made after years of introspection and self-understanding. Nelly knew that she did not want to tread the path of maternity. This realization led her to make a definitive and irreversible decision, to undergo a sterilization procedure known as tubal ligation. Tubal ligation is a procedure that permanently prevents a woman from becoming pregnant. It's a decision not to be taken lightly, and Nelly understood this. She knew the implications, the permanence of it all, yet she was unflinching in her resolve. Post-procedure, Nelly's feelings were not of regret but of liberation. "I feel liberated," she says, her words resonating with the strength of her conviction. The choice to not become a mother has given her a sense of control over her life, over her future. It has allowed her to carve out a path that is entirely her own, unbound by societal expectations or norms. Her life is now hers to live, her future hers to shape. It's a powerful feeling, a liberating one. She's not just living her life, she's owning it. Nelly's decision, though personal, speaks to a larger issue in Kenyan society. It's a testament to the power of choice, the courage of going against the grain, and the importance of owning one's future. It's a narrative that, while unique to Nelly, echoes the sentiments of many women in Kenya and beyond. The choice of sterilization over motherhood is not just about individual decisions, it's a reflection of societal norms and expectations. In Kenya, like many places around the world, the prospect of motherhood is often seen as an inevitable part of a woman's life. There is a deeply ingrained expectation that women will bear children, and this expectation can exert a tremendous amount of pressure. It's a narrative that's been handed down through generations, as old as the hills and just as immovable. But what happens when a woman chooses a different path, when she decides that motherhood is not for her? This is where we find a clash between personal choice and societal expectations. Choosing sterilization over motherhood is a bold, decisive step. It's a step that women like Nelly have taken, despite the potential backlash and stigma. It's a decision that can be met with disbelief, even hostility. Choosing not to have children can be seen as going against the grain, flouting the norms, and it takes courage to stand firm in the face of such resistance. In the face of such societal pressures, the decision to undergo sterilization is far from easy. It's a choice that carries with it a myriad of emotions: relief, apprehension, empowerment, even grief. It's a decision that's often misunderstood, misconstrued as a rejection of motherhood, rather than an affirmation of personal choice. The backlash against women who choose sterilization can be severe. They are often ostracized, subjected to judgment and criticism from those who cannot understand their decision. It's a social stigma that can be deeply hurtful, adding another layer of complexity to an already difficult decision. But despite these challenges, women like Nelly are choosing to forge their own path. They're choosing to make decisions about their bodies, their futures, that are right for them. They're choosing to challenge societal norms, to question the expectations placed upon them. They're choosing to live their lives on their own terms. Nelly's story is a testament to the power of choice and the importance of individual freedom. Nelly Naisula Sironka made a choice for herself, a choice that has set her free. She chose to say no to motherhood and yes to sterilization, a decision that may seem unconventional to many. But it was her choice, her decision, and her liberation. Nelly's story isn't just about her, it's about every woman in Kenya, and indeed the world, who might be grappling with the same choice. Sterilization, particularly tubal ligation, is a permanent and irreversible step, and it's not for everyone, but it's a choice that should be available to all women, regardless of societal expectations or norms. The importance of this conversation can't be overstated. It's about challenging norms, respecting individual choices, and understanding that not all women want to be mothers. In the face of societal expectations and norms, Nelly chose her own path. Her story is a reminder that the choice to be a mother, or not, is and should always be a personal one. Thank you for watching Topics on Trend. Go ahead and check out another trending video on our channel here, like, subscribe, comment, and share.